there's serious stuff going on the internets. Hacking is way up, and right now Sony is being shut down. Sony is being paralyzed. I just mentioned in my previous blog where I was talking about deep stuff like community and God and the spirit world and organic lifestyle. I mentioned that Google has been attacked last week. At about Friday, the announcement came out. The move by the European authorities, the EU, to regulate and break apart Google. So this is going to be happening very soon, and Google's basically quaking in their boots. They don't know what to do. Or if they don't know, if they do know, they're not saying. And very few people would be able to tell you what is going to be the response. Like Google is going to be taken apart. That's a huge part of their market. That's probably like 1/3 of their market, and it's a cash cow. So if that happens, they will no longer be number one. And if they're no longer number one, they can't make money. They only make money because they're number one. You see, that's all about the advertising dollars. On top of that, we hear this attack that's happening with Sony right now. Sony is a technology company, as you know. You must know somebody or you yourself owns something made by Sony. Here I have, this is Panasonic, okay? Let me keep looking. If you keep looking through all your stuff, you're going to find something. Oh, this is probably has something to do with Sony. You know, you just look around and you'll find, is this Sony? You know, if it's electronic, Samsung. I think that's the Korean competitor. But Sony, and a lot of my videos that had come out in the early days of YouTube were made with Sony equipment. And still today, you know, I'm not weaned off Sony. I don't have a reason to boycott Sony, or maybe I should. You know, it's a huge corporation, but then I'll have to boycott Microsoft, I'll have to boycott Bing, Skype, all that, Windows, the whole operating system. I'll have to boycott everything. But these hackers have really done something incredible. They have basically brought Sony to its knees right now as I speak, today, in November 2014. Sony is paralyzed. So go look it up if you don't believe me. Sony is paralyzed. Big things are happening. But let me add to the mix here. Google's being hit by the government and others. Sony's being hit by hackers. Maybe they're a government. Maybe it's a covert hit. You know, maybe all this could be false flagging too. But the third thing I want to bring into this mix here of technology news, TV is on the way out. So the whole thing that's been predicted since the rise of the internet and the World Wide Web, it's here, folks. TV, the studios that used to run them, and those that are interconnected with their brothers and sisters or cousins in Hollywood, they have to relearn the game. They have to rethink. But the gig is up for TV, cable, Wi-Fi, how you get your media. Whoever is controlling the pipeline are the rulers. TV, you know, it used to be broadcast. It used to be like you put up your little antenna. You don't have to pay for it. That was the 70s. Then the 80s came in. There was cable. You had a box. The HBO is the symbol of that. HBO, home box office. It was a little box you put on top of your TV. That's the only way you can get it because it has a decoder in there. Then they had all the wires. They laid all that out. Then they laid out the We went from copper to that, to now fiber optics. The fiber, and I'm going to be on fiber pretty soon, even where I am. I'm outside of the major city areas, but fiber optics is lightning speed. It moves like this, boom, you know? Now that's broadband high speed for you. But who owns that? Is AT&T in that? Remember when Ma Bell Company, Bell from Graham Bell, that's non-existent anymore. Now, dividing it up, and cell phones, cell towers, wireless signals, it was anybody's game. Now it's all conglomerates to Time Warner, Comcast, cable, you know. Now the big names they're merging, they're coming together, and we're entering a new world of how our information and our communication are being controlled. Info and communication. How you connect with people, not by word of mouth, mouth to ear, the way it is, the old-fashioned way, from heart to heart. When you use the little device, when you pick it up, where's my, hold on, let me get it out. Here it is. Here's the, see with the Apple signal, or this, whoever you pay to be able to talk with your loved ones, to coordinate, even to do the protests, it's all going to be controlled. Everything is being changed. But is this Sony thing a sign that no one can really control it, and some freewheeling, independent, radical, revolutionary hacking group can still throw a wrench into the machine? Is it saying that? Or are they part of the one world, the new world order that's coming in? Are they part of it? It's hard to say, but let's find out. Let's think about this. We got to do a lot of research. If anyone has any information or any views, please put your comments, favorite this, and do all that good stuff. Make sure you're subscribed and view as much as possible.